hood healer. It's your favorite hood high priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, king in the place to be. And I want to welcome you back to my channel. You could be anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere in the world. And you're also sharing a little bit of time and a little bit of space with me. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. We have got a special live stream tonight. Do you know what day it is? Number one, it's 2 days before my birthday. And number two, it is the Libra new moon. Now, when I started this channel, I said I was going to give you readings on the new moon, on the full moon, and on Sundays. I am most consistent on Sundays, and I'm trying to get back to my new moon and my full moon reading. So we are doing just that, baby. If you are seeing this live, you are right on time. If you see this pre-recorded, which most of you are going to be seeing this pre-recorded, I absolutely did not advertise that I was coming on at 9:09 tonight. I just did it. So most of you are going to be seeing this recorded. No matter when you see this, you are right on time, darling. You are right on time. So if you catch me on Sundays, you know how my readings go. But my new moon and my full moon readings work a little bit different. So we will not be using the affirmation box today. We will not be using that. And I also don't have my rock friends with me, but you know I'm always surrounded. We do have some cards. So let me introduce you to the cards that we are going to be using today. Two of these decks you are very familiar with because I use them most often. And two of these decks are new. Stay tuned because I'm going to be doing some tarot review on both of these decks. But first and foremost, we are going to be using I just got this deck, the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. We are going to be using a tried and true message from our animal guides deck. We are going to be using the Carolyn Meese deck, and we are also going to be using a new deck to the block, the Muse Tarot. All right, you guys. So I hope you are ready. Once again, this is going to be different from the Sunday readings. No affirmation box, but I promise the word is still good. Hello, 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 you beautiful people. Rusted Vulture said, wow, those cards are gorgeous. Yes, darling. Ooh, baby, all of the cards are gorgeous, but I cannot wait to show you these. I cannot wait to show you these. I love these new cards. Now, this African Goddess Rising deck is a new deck that I just got these in the mail. I just got these in the mail. So happy birthday to me. My birthday's in 2 days. I already did a thank you on TikTok because the person who got this from me gave me their TikTok name. So I went ahead and did a thank you on TikTok, and I just couldn't wait. I was trying to wait to do a tarot review on these cards, and I just keep going back to them. They're so beautiful. So you guys are going to catch this. You guys are going to catch this. It is good to see all of you. It is good to be live with you. Yes, yes, someone said I saw on TikTok. Yes, yes, those cards are absolutely wonderful and beautiful and so divine. All right, y'all, let's do a little bit of house cleaning and we're going to get started. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes, y'all. The Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. And the PayPal is LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. Feel free to show your financial appreciation for this labor. Now, hello, 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 you beautiful people. Yes, my birthday is in 2 days. I'm an 8th baby, honey. I'm an 8th. Fun fact about LadySpeech. So I was conceived as a triplet, as my father tells me, or told me, because we don't talk, you know, that was an abusive relationship. But I was conceived as a triplet, and due to actually abuse, you know, not good situations, the 2 other babies were lost. They were miscarried. However, I remained. Now, we were supposed to be Scorpios. That was when the original due date was. However, due to my mother's medical condition, I was born a month premature. And my sun, my moon, and my ascendant are all Libra. I like to think that those other 2 live within me. All right. So yes, it's Libra season, baby. It's Libra season. And it's nighttime too when I'm giving you this reading. So you know I got my do-rag on. I just dyed my hair a most beautiful shade of purple. But we ain't got time for all of that. I'm going to bed after I give you guys this reading. And you know, y'all catch me in at all levels of myself. You catch me at my best, and you catch me right before I go to bed. You're gonna catch me when I wake up. I'm gonna show all sides of you, baby. I'm going to show all sides of you. Inferno said, yes, damn, completely Libra. Yeah, it's my sun, my moon, and my ascendant, which means I get on my own nerves, okay? I get on my own nerves. I'm a beautiful person, but I get on my own nerves. All right, y'all, let me go take a sip of my tea. And we are going to get into this reading, okay? Let me just tell you that this new moon reading is absolutely appropriate. We are in, it is the Libra new moon. Excuse me. We entered into the fall equinox, fell on the first day of the Libra. So this is literally about balance. This reading, this spread read me for the filth, but it also inspired me, and I hope it does the same for you. Again, if you see this at the beginning of the reading, you're right on time. You come in at the middle of the reading, you're right on time. You see it at the end of the reading, you're right on time. If you're watching this live, you are right on time. And if you're watching this pre-recorded, you are right on time. So let's get into it, shall we? First and foremost, we're coming in hot. We're going to begin with the African Goddess Rising deck, okay? So first off, we got Gang Sarah, and this is all about resistance. So this goddess, this entity, this energy comes from Tobago. And the energy that this card, that is associated with this card, is all about you resisting your magic, you resisting walking into your greatness. Listen. Get out of your own way. I'm talking to myself and I'm talking to you. It is time to get out of your own way. It is time. The spirit's got your back. The universe is out here working for your highest good. It is time. It is time for you to step out of your own way and step into your greatness. It is time. It is time for you to stop resisting. It is time for you to stop resisting yourself. It is time to stop resisting your path. It is time to stop letting fear stop you from accomplishing your greatest goals, going after your deepest desires, handling your dreams. It is time for you to stop resisting. It's time. It's time. A lot of you are out here playing it safe because you have no faith in yourself. And that is not going to give you an ultimately satisfactory life. Stop resisting change. Yes, Inferno, you said it. Stop resisting change. Stop resisting change. Stop resisting. You need to quit trying to accomplish or grasp onto a life that was before this panorama, before this Panasonic, before this pan-seared salmon, before this parallel lines, before this pandemic. Stop reaching for a life that we were living before that. No. It's time for newness. It's time for newness. It's time for newness. It's time for some of you to be brave. And bravery is casting aside your fear and going after your goal. It is time for some of you to be courageous, which is walking with your fear. No matter if you're called to be courageous, no matter if you're called to be brave, it is time for you to go after your goals. You're gonna need to do the scary thing. That point blank simple. Baby, anything worth greatness, anything that is magnificent there's going to be a little bit of hairiness involved. There's going to be a little bit of risk involved. There's going to be a little bit of scariness involved. But let me tell you, it is always worth it. It is time to do the scary thing. I am in the same boat, y'all. Universe is asking me to transition my life in a very big way. Everything is about to change. Everything about my life is about to change. I am not looking forward to the actual transition, but I am very much looking forward to what's coming after. And the only reason why I'm not looking forward to the actual transition is because traditionally transition has been hard for me and it has been associated with not good things. However, I know that the transition is exactly what I need. It's what I need to do. And if I want to accomplish the goals that I want to accomplish at the level I want to accomplish them at, then I'm going to have to trust. Take the leap. There is a quote that always comes to me in times of great transition, and it never fails to carry me through. And to paraphrase that quote is sometimes you got to throw yourself out the window and grow wings on the way down. And let me tell you what, to add to that, sometimes the universe, when it's time for you to transition and you're hesitating, sometimes the universe is going to drop kick that ass out of the window. Sometimes your spirit guides, your angels, your guardian angels, the universe, when it knows that you need to move to the next step, but you refuse to, it is literally going to take you to the edge and it's going to push your ass off. You have what it takes. Your wings are inside of you. You got this, and your spiritual team has got you. Stop resisting change. Stop resisting your greatness. Stop resisting your path and purpose. Stop resisting this new path. Stop resisting your magnificence. Get out of your own way and stop sabotaging yourself, okay? All right. Urzuli Dantor. First card, Gang Sarah was talking about how we need to move into the future, how we need to be focused on embracing a new space. Urzuli Dantor, in regards to this reading, in regards to this card, is all about cutting etheric cords, okay? When we take a look at the imagery in here, what is prominent and what you will see a lot of times with Urzuli Dantor, not just the child that she is protecting, the children that she is stewarding over, but you will often see her with machete, okay? This is literally about cutting cords, okay? Cut the cords. When it comes to old relationships that no longer serve you, cut them cords. Now, for those of you who are coming from the mystical magic perspective, this might be a symbol for some of you to do some cord cutting, some actual cord cutting rituals, okay? For some of you, this is about cutting energetic cords to old relationships, cutting energetic cords to old situations, old family members, old jobs. It is time to cut the cords so that you can be free, so that you can move into a new life. It is a new dawn. It is a new day. It is a new life for you and me, baby. And in my Nina Simone voice, and I'm feeling good. All right. So it is time to cut the cords. If there is a relationship that is bringing you down, if there is a relationship that is no longer serving you, and listen closely, because this is a lesson that got driven home for me this year. Listen closely. There are people in life who will attach themselves to you that don't necessarily mean you any harm, but they don't mean you any good as well. And you need to open the door and tell those people to exit stage left. Just because someone doesn't mean you any harm doesn't necessarily mean they mean you any good. Some of you are continuing to hang on to relationships that are, just because they're not overtly abusive to you, just because people in your past have treated you worse, you keep hanging on to these people even though they're not treating you with what you deserve and at their best. It's time to cut the cords. It's time to cut the cords to old jobs. It's time to cut the cords to old situations. Listen, 2020 wrecked my world. It wrecked my world. Do you hear me? It took away everything from me. It destroyed. This time last year was not a good time for me. Right around my birthday, I wanted it to be, but I sustained a ridiculous attack, a ridiculous digital attack. It was stupid. Everything, and even the Coco Roro itself took away gigs. All I had to reapproach how I was doing business and all of that. And you know what I needed? I needed exactly what happened. My world was destroyed so that I could be rebirthed into my highest and most magnificent form yet. Cut cords. Cut cords. I know for a minute, when I lost everything I kept pining for, I kept hoping for, I kept reminiscing about all the things that I lost. I wanted it so bad. I kept reaching back for it. And in the end, I couldn't reclaim any of that. It was only time to move forward. It's time to move forward. Cut the cord. Cut the cord to any relationship that no longer serves you. Cut the cord to your fantasies and your romanticization, excuse me, around old situations. Cut the cord with romantic relationships. Cut the cord with toxic family members. Cut the cord with these friendships that are masquerading as if they mean you harm. They mean you good, but they actually mean you harm. Cut the cord and be done. A lot of times our blessings and our manifestation is blocked because we refuse to get rid of something, okay? Because we refuse to get something. Because we refuse to get something. Let me remind you that the universe is not a hoarder. It's not. The universe is not a hoarder. Oftentimes it prepares these big feasts. It prepares everything that you've asked for. But what it asks for is for you to give up something. And anytime the universe asks you to give up something, it's something that would either hinder you or block your blessings in the future, okay? Oftentimes when the universe asks you to give up something, it's asking you to give up something that no longer benefits you, all right? So it's time to cut the cord. It is a new dawn. It is a new day, babies. It's time to cut the cord. Now, before we move on, let's check in with these comments. Someone said, I'll be checking your TikTok to see this said video. Yes, baby. The TikTok is popping, all right? My TikTok is the same as my YouTube, which is LadySpeech Sankofa. Come on and join us, baby, because we having a party over there. We having a party over there. Luminara said, you have no idea what you've just done for me. Thank you so much. You are so welcome, baby. You are so welcome. Someone said, you're kidding. I was preparing for a cord cutting spell on my... Yes, get that cord cutting spell on. Get that cord cutting spell on, baby. La Luna said, this just makes me want to go ahead and quit my damn job. Everyone keeps telling me not to do it, but I just can't take the disrespect for being made to feel unworthy. Yes, baby. Look. Do not stay where you are not treated with respect. Don't do it. Make your plan. Hustle. And let me tell you, you don't got to quit it now. If you know you need to quit your job, go ahead and put in your 2 weeks. Go ahead and put in your 2 months. But start directing your energy towards getting you a situation that's going to respect you, that's going to uplift you, that's going to love you, all right? New moons are good places of manifestation. So after this video, this is a good time. The next couple days is going to be a very good energy to write everything you want down, all right? And after you get your manifestation list together, I want you to write a list of things you're willing and wanting to give up, okay? And this list isn't just about giving. It's not like you go through your house and you purge your house and you donate things to the shelter that you don't use anymore that are broken. No, I want you to think about things that no longer serve your purpose, or asking the universe what it is that you need to give up so that you can move all this inner energy out of the way, okay? But do not stay where you are not loved and cherished. No. Life is too short. If this pandemic has not taught us anything, life is too short to be working for someone else's dreams and goals and desires. Life is too short to be out here being treated like crap. I'm a death doula, baby. And I will tell this to everybody who listens. I've attended to a lot of different types of death, and all the scariest deaths have one thing in common: a life not lived to its fullness. There's nothing scarier than watching someone about to cross over into the ancestral realm and the realization that they didn't live a fulfilled life, that they lived according to someone else's standards. That is the scariest thing, because then the realization comes over their face that they can't do anything about that. This is the last time. This is the last hoo-ha-rah. So they can't do anything about that, okay? Don't be that. Don't be that. Yes. I'm not asking you to come out here and be reckless. I'm not telling you to go out here and be crazy. I'm not telling you to fly by the seat of your pants in every situation. But I am telling you that pursuing your happiness, positioning yourself and putting yourself in places where you are appreciated, loved, cherished, and seen, that's a much better life, babe. That's a much better life. That's a much better life. We're going to check in with these comments again, then we're going to continue with this reading. La Luna said, thank you, LadySpeech. You are welcome. You are welcome. Rusted Vulture said, gotta cut that tie. Yes, you do, baby. Yes, you do. All right. Sarah said, deeply grateful. This is my first live video with you, hitting me hard with these love facts. This is a shove of love. This is a shove of love. I'm about to fly my depressed ass into happiness and get out of my own way. Yes, baby. Yes, yes, yes. And remember, my loves, we are being asked to surrender to the transition. Transition is hard. Transition is not easy. Change is one of the scariest things for everybody. So do not feel bad if you are afraid of change. Do not feel bad if you've been lingering in an old mind state. Do not feel bad if you've been reaching for things of comfort. A lot of times we stay in messed up situations because of comfort. You know, the devil you know as opposed to the devil you don't. This change that I am embarking in my life, it's all new everything. It's all new everything. I'm leveling up at every single level. But this transition, as scary as it is, what's scarier is not making that transition and not being able to accomplish my goals, okay? But this is transition time. And it is time to either, number one, be brave. And there are moments in life where you're going to need to be brave, which means you got to completely cast away your fear and move forward. And then there's times where you need to be courageous, where you're going to be scared as all get out, but you need to do it anyway. So what is going to help you during this process, moving on to the message from our Animal Guides deck, is getting grounded. The tortoise says you're too fragmented, so do whatever it takes to get grounded. Ground yourself. Ground yourself when you get up in the morning. Ground yourself when you go to bed at night. Ground yourself when you leave situations. Ground yourself when you're going into new situations. Pull your energy together. The tortoise card also speaks to pulling your energy together. We leave significant aspects and parts of our energy in places where we come to a lot, and we also leave our energy in places where we've experienced extreme emotion, okay? Pull your energy back in. Pull your energy back in. Pull your energy back in. This is the important, this is why the practice of continuously and consistently grounding yourself is important. When you ground yourself, it is the act of gathering your energy back together. Gather your energy together, pull your energy back, pull your energy back. If there are people who are sucking on your energy, pull it back. Take your energy back from toxic jobs. Take your energy back from toxic family. Take your energy back. And remember to get grounded. There's lots of ways and lots of tools and lots of different aspects of grounding. Find the tools and the ways that work for you, but ground yourself. Ground yourself. Ground yourself. And pull your energy back together. We have the Roadrunner card. Keep your sense of humor, don't take things so seriously. So this card is not a call to deny the serious things in life, but this card, again, is about balance. You are being called to work on some things. You are being called to focus on the transition. You are being called to level up. You are being called to attend to some serious things. Some of you are being called to, inside of leveling up, you're going to be called to looking at your old messed up behaviors, looking and healing some deep wounding. Balance this out with humor and merriment, okay? This does not mean using fun things as escapism. This is not escapism. No, deal with your shit. Look dead on at your problems. Look dead on at the things that need to happen. Plan for the future. Make moves in regards to your leveling up. And with all that heaviness, don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to make space for joy. Don't forget to make space for merriment. I'm always talking about the fact that nobody's okay right now. We're coming out of a pandemic. Everybody's mental health is shot. Everybody's mental health is shot. Everybody's mental health is shot. These kids' mental health is shot. Everybody's mental health, the adults' mental health is shot. This is a different world. And a lot of us, including the society at large, and these corporations are trying to go back and function like we functioned before all of this. Everybody's mental health is shot. So make sure you're prioritizing your joy. Make sure, and not in the spirit of escapism, but in the spirit of balance, in the spirit of healing, in the spirit of medicine. Do not forget that, joy is medicine. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. So pursue your joy, okay? If you are feeling this reading, if it's connecting with you, feel free to show your financial appreciation. The Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. All of that information, including what these decks are, will be included in the description box once this video is posted. And once again, thank you guys for tuning in. This was a late night stream. I did not advertise for it. You know, guys, I usually advertise for my Sunday readings. I did not advertise for it. I just hopped online. So thank you guys for participating. And again, whether you're live or whether you're seeing this recorded, you are right on time. You are right on time. Also, when this is posted, feel free to share this with anybody who needs it. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're going to bust into these Carolyn Meese deck. And first and foremost, we're going to begin with the Exorcist card, okay? Excuse me, the Exorcist card is the light attributes are freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. The shadow attributes is fear of facing your own demons. So let's go straight into the shadow aspects of it. Fear of facing your own demons. This goes back to Gang Sarah when we talk about resistance. A lot of our resistance has to do with fear. Fear of success, fears that we aren't going to do good, fears that we're going to hurt people, fears that we're going to hurt ourselves. A lot of the reason why we're not moving forward on things is because we are not facing our demons, okay? It is time for you to face your demons. It's time for you to look at yourself. Seasonal depression is especially a thing around the winter time because the winter times are actually traditionally spaces. Colder times are spaces where we are signaled to go inward, where we are signaled to really do a lot of work inside. The society isn't set up to support that. The societies and the way that we function aren't set up to do that. They're not set up to support our wellness, really. They're really set up for us to be drones and commodities to be put into systems, okay? In the end, it is a time for you to sit back, sit down, get real reflective inside of us and look at our demons. It's a space and time to look at our fears. It's a space and time to look at their origins, where they come from. Some of these things it's time to address so that we can eradicate them within our spirit. But it is a time to look at our fears and face our own demons. The light attributes is freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. That is what happens when you take a good look at your fears, when you face your demons. You free yourself. And we all know when you free yourself, you give other people permission to liberate themselves as well. So this is a season of looking at some of your mess. This is a season of looking at some of your mess. This next month, this next new moon season, this next winter, this next fall, look at your mess. Look at your mess. Repeat after me. I am a priceless work of art. I am also a hot damn mess. Because humanity, because duality. Let's say it again. I am a priceless work of art. I'm also a problematic hot damn mess. Because humanity, because duality. One more time. I am a priceless work of art. I am also a problematic hot damn mess because of humanity, because of duality. Listen, sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's not them. Sometimes it's not her. Sometimes it's not him. Sometimes it's not anybody. It's you. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes you are being narcissistic. Sometimes you are being selfish. Sometimes your mental health is making you act like an asshole. Sometimes your life decisions are making you act like an asshole. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes you are the villain. Sometimes you are the problem. Sometimes you are the monster. Duality. Admit that. And work on yourself. You are still beautiful. You are still divine. You are still amazing. And you are also a hot mess. Sometimes it's not your girlfriend. Sometimes it's not your boyfriend. Sometimes it's not your friend. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's you. Accountability is a thing. This is also one of the ways that we block our blessings too, is when we don't hold ourselves accountable. Think about it like this. Sometimes you're manifesting something that is the equivalent of a crystal, a priceless crystal vase. Now, would you give a priceless crystal, one-of-a-kind vase to a 2-year-old to transport over a mile? No, you wouldn't. No, the hell you wouldn't. That child does not have the capacity yet to understand what they're carrying, how precious it is. They don't have the muscles and they don't have the focus to get this priceless vase from point A to point B. There are times when you have prayed for something so precious and so beautiful, but you do not yet have the emotional maturity, the mental capacity, the intellect, the physical, whatever you need. You don't have it yet to handle this blessing. And the universe is going to give you the blessing, but it needs to prepare you to be the person you need to be in order to receive the blessing. Do your work. This is why shadow work is important. This is why healing is important, because these things prepare you to get the blessing. Sometimes you haven't gotten the blessing yet because you ain't the person you need to be. And you need to free yourself from some things in order to be that person you need to be to get the things that you want to get. Continuing with the Carolyn Miss deck, we got the Shapeshifter card, the light attributes, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. The shadow attributes, projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. The shadow attributes warns us about the danger of projection. We need to absolutely make sure that we are seeing the reality of the situation. A lot of us get caught up in relationships, in jobs, and we are projecting our issues, we're projecting our own agenda over the reality of the situation, okay? Make sure you were checked into the reality of the situation. The Shapeshifter card also reminds us that we have different levels of consciousness. When we think about the Shapeshifter, we think about in this context, it's about acknowledging that we have levels inside of us. Let me tell you something. I am a well-educated woman. I'm a well-educated person. I'm a well-educated man. Never forget I'm gender fluid. I'm every gender. I'm every gender. It's all in me. Anything you want right now. Every gender, baby. But well-educated, wonderful. I'm very spiritual. I'm also very hood. I can get dropped off in most situations and be fine. I know what to do in a 5-star situation. I know what to do. I have expensive tastes. I know what to do in those situations. You can drop me off in the hood and I'll be just fine. You can drop me off in the Midwest, in the suburbs, and I'll be just fine. There are levels to all of us. We contain multitudes. The Shapeshifter reminds us to honor all of the levels of that we are. Acknowledge every single aspect of our consciousness and always allow yourself free range to move in between all parts of yourselves and all levels of your consciousness, okay? The ability to see the potential in everything. When we put on our Shapeshifter eyes, whereas the academic aspect of you can't see the solution, maybe the hood aspect of you can see the solution, or the emotional aspect of you can see the solution, or the nurturing aspect of you can see the solution. When we honor all aspects of ourselves, when we don't demonize these aspects of ourselves, when we embrace all aspects of ourselves, we then can utilize the wealth of knowledge that all these different aspects and parts of ourselves offer us, okay? The hood aspect of me has gotten me out of so many things in every situation. The hood aspect of me helps me in my spirituality. It helps me in my business. It helps me in all parts. The educated aspect of me has helped me in my spirituality. It's helped me in my hood dealings. It's helped me in every aspect of me. So the Shapeshifter card reminds us to embrace all aspects of who we are, okay? All right. I want to say shout out to whoever put that 777 for the Libra moon reading in my Venmo. I appreciate you. The notification came and went fast, so I didn't see the name, but I did see that it was for this reading. I appreciate you again. Cash App is LadySpeech. Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa at gmail.com. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Also, feel free to send me some super chats if that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do. When we grow this a little bit bigger, I definitely am going to have a membership aspect of this channel, and you guys will get to engage me about certain things. You guys will be able to ask me questions, and I'll read for you individually per question, all that stuff. We're not there yet, but we will be there soon at some point. All right. All right, let me check. Oh, someone just sent me $6.93. Thank you, baby. And let me say that all amounts that I receive are appreciated. There's people who send me 99 cents and they're like, this is all I got. I'm on a fixed income, but you light my world up. There's people who send me $3.33 on a regular. There's people who send me $5, $7, $6, $10, $20. I appreciate it all. And this lets me know that you appreciate my words too. This is labor for me. This is labor, and I enjoy this job and I enjoy doing labor. But the reciprocity aspect lets me know that you value me. You value me, and you see the labor that I'm doing. So thank you very much. Let's check in with these comments and we'll continue with the reading. La Luna said, we stand gender fluid royalty here. That's right, baby. So all pronouns work for me. My pronouns are she, her, them, they, king, he. Shout out to this 1111. I appreciate you. So yeah, all pronouns work. If you call me queen, if you call me king, if you call me your eminence, I will answer to all of that. Inferna said, yes, this is why I love you, sudden singing moment. You know what? Thank y'all, because you know my life is a musical. It's a musical. It's a whole musical. So thank y'all. You know, I'm going to always catch a song. 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 See? This, don't encourage me. Don't encourage me. All right, y'all. We're going to move on to the Muse Tarot. Now, let me tell you, I'm a Libra, so I'm all about aesthetics, baby. I love the beauty. I love the art of things, and I cannot stop staring at my new decks. I've had this Muse Tarot for a while, and it's been sitting there. I look at it often, and again, I was trying to hold off on actually reading with the cards until I did a tarot review. Y'all gonna get the review. Y'all gonna get the review. But these cards are just so beautiful. Shout out to the super chat. Thank you for the 1111 or 111 from Shandy. I appreciate you, baby. All right. So, the Muse Tarot. I love this deck. It's giving me pastels. It's giving me art deco. It's giving me everything. Love this deck. Love this deck. So we have the two of inspirations. Let's take a really good look at this. So the prominent spaces, you see this person, they are looking into a new world. Obviously, they got their telescope. They're looking into the horizon. They're looking off into the distance. They have got 1 foot inside of their old world, and then they've got 1 foot outside in their new world. This is all about forward movement. This is all about looking forward, okay? Stop looking backwards. Nothing is back there for you. The only time you need to be revisiting the past is when you're reminiscing on good memories or when you're healing. Outside of that, quit looking back at that shit, trying to pine away for it, wishing for the reality that does not no longer exist. Oh no, baby. It is time for us to make our new reality. And you need to quit downplaying on the reality you're manifesting. Some of you is out here in the streets thinking small. Stop thinking small. Manifest a big life for yourself. Stop thinking small. Go after your dreams. Go after your goals. Shoot your shot at everything. Shoot your shot at your crush. Shoot your shot at your dream job. Shoot your shot at your at school. The worst that could happen is you get a no. At the very least, if you get a no, you can let that dream die, or you can reapproach that dream from another space. But even a no is a movement forward, okay? Shoot your shot at everything. Say goodbye. It is time to say goodbye. It is time to pack it up. And like I said, honey bunnies, my sugar honey dumplings, I'm talking to myself as well as you. It is time to pack it up. Point blank simple. Time to pack it up. Oh, it's time to say goodbye. Bye. Old thought patterns, old everything. It's time to say goodbye, so you can say hello to a new life. Spirit legit has a new life for you. Spirit has a new life for you. Spirit has a new life for you. Say goodbye. What is the universe? It ain't a hoarder. Quit blocking your blessings. Get out of your own way. Start dreaming for the future. Think big. Think bigger. Open up your scope to the possibilities. Think bigger. Think differently. Examine who you are now. Examine how you have been shifted and changed. A lot of you are pining for goals and dreams and things that were set when you were a different person. Revisit your dreams, revisit your wants, revisit your desires, and reapproach from a different perspective. We have the Three of Materials next. I love this card. So when we look at it, it's kind of like a spiral or an art tower that just builds up and builds on itself. And then we see these three faces stacked up. The Three of Materials is about collaboration. You're not going to do this on your own. We're not going to do this on our own. You are your brother's keeper. You are your sister's keeper. You are your sibling's keeper. Your sister is your keeper. Your brother is your keeper. Your siblings is your keeper. This is about collaboration. We're going to make it together. There are things in your business. If you're starting a business, know that there are things that you are good at. It's very rare that someone is good at everything, all right? Let's talk about the late, great Prince. I love Prince, the musician, okay? On a few of his albums, I think on more than one of his albums, Prince played every instrument on the album in the recording studio. This was especially true in, I believe, one of his first albums. He played every single instrument. However, if Prince wanted to go out there and make it, he had to be with other people. Could Prince play every instrument on stage? No. No, he couldn't. He needed to collaborate with people. Even as great as that man was, he was a literal genius when it came to music, a studied musician, his grasp of music theory, all of it, just like he's brilliant in regards in that space. And he couldn't have done it by himself. He couldn't have made the albums that he made by himself. He couldn't have done the things that he did by himself. He couldn't. You don't make it out here by yourself. So collaboration is key when it comes to building your business, when it comes to your wellness. This isn't just about money either. Your village is going to be key. Where are you at with your support system? Tighten that up. Tighten that up. Even if you're not building business, life requires collaboration. Unless you are living out hermit style by yourself in the wilderness off of the land, you gonna need some help. And even then, you need help. People who are hermits they have to collaborate with the earth. They have to collaborate with their environment, the very environment itself, in order to live. Collaboration is key. Village is key, okay? Tighten up these friendships. This makes, again, we begin the second card of the reading Whereas Urzuli Dantor, where this spoke about cutting off toxic relationships, cutting off situations that don't serve you, so that you can make room for situations that do serve you. Get rid of collaborations, get rid of friendships, get rid of relationships that don't make you feel good, that don't bring you to the table. I've had to make some hard decisions about relationships. There's been a few relationships in my life that don't pour into me, that don't uplift me, that don't cherish me, that aren't passionate about me, but I was pouring passion and love and all kinds of everything into that. Were they out there? Were they in these streets and wishing me bad? No. Were they in these streets actively working against me? No. Were they in these streets attacking me? No. But were they part of my front line of people who protect me? No. Were they someone who poured into my dreams? No. Were they someone who assisted me? No. They were they were people who used my energy and took that and didn't pour back into me. And they're gone now. And they're gone now. Because as it turns out, I am surrounded by really amazing people who see me. There are people who, I was at a kink conference this weekend and I met at least 2 people that I'm like, we are here. I know that they're my soul family. I know they're my soul family. We immediately recognized each other's value. We immediately recognized how important each other were. We immediately recognized that each of us needed to be cherished and uplifted and treated with love and beauty. And we immediately recognized collaboration between us and where we could both offer something beautiful and amazing to enhance and grow the other, and then where we could both receive. Cut off these toxic relationships, because I swear to God, there are beautiful relationships waiting for you. Cut off these relationships that are not, and these situations that aren't serving you, because I swear to God, there is something better waiting for you. Last year, I sustained a most ridiculous attack. My whole world was shifted under my feet. It destroyed me in all the ways that I didn't know that I needed. It destroyed attachments to things that I needed to let go of. And it forced me into a type of growth and an independence where I could collaborate with people from an even better perspective. Let go. The universe isn't a hoarder. As soon as you let go of these things that no longer serve you, you will be given opportunities. Some of you need mentors. You aren't getting your mentors because you refuse to cut off, toxic leadership people in your life. Some of you are looking for love, but you refuse to actually do your love healing and let go of toxic, romantic past relationships, ex, or even friendships. Some of you refuse to let go of negative mind states and thought patterns that are hindering you. If the universe is asking you to let go of something, let it go. Because the universe usually has something in the back that they're going to bring out to replace what you lost. So new moons are about manifestation. Whether you do a big ritual tonight or not, this is a good space to sit and claim your future. This is a good night to say goodbye. This is a good night to offer a prayer and deep thought for what you're wanting. And this is a good night to claim it. This Libra new moon is about balance. So not just thinking about what you want financially, emotionally, but where do you want to be healing wise? Where do you want to be in all aspects of your life? But also balance as you are manifesting. What are you giving up? What are you giving up? New moons are always good for manifestations, and full moons are always good for letting go. All right, you guys, that was your new moon in Libra reading. Thank you so much for paying attention. Let's check in with these comments. All right. Kimba said, oh my goodness, that resonated with me. I'm so happy. I'm so happy it resonated with you. Inferna said, does this count for chosen family members? I'm not too sure what that question was regarding to. I think you put that question when I was talking about collaboration. So yes. Or this could be about collaboration or the cutting off. Baby, let me tell you something. I stand before you as someone who's been out of my family for 20 years. I walked away from my family at 18 years old. Actually, I was kicked out of my family at 18 years old because they were toxic and because the people in my family weren't interested in healing, and they're still not interested in healing to the level that I'm interested in healing. To this day, the only person that I have regular contact with from my blood family is one of my cousins, because she is doing her healing work. When it comes to cutting off people, that includes your family. If your mama is toxic and should be booted out of the building. If your daddy is toxic and you should not talk to him anymore. If your brother is toxic, if your sister is toxic, they should not be in your life, okay? So if you're asking if that question in regards to who you should cut off, does that include family? Yes. Now, if you're asking that question in regards to collaboration, does collaboration include family and chosen family? Yes, it does, okay? Some of you are going to be asked to collaborate with business partners. Some of you are going to be asked to collaborate with friends and family. Some of you are going to be asked to collaborate with strangers. Here's the thing, always divine on it. Always follow your gut. And when I say divine, I mean consult the higher powers via prayer, via some type of divination system, but always consult your spiritual team in regards to collaborating with people so that you can have the best partnerships from that, okay? All right. We are in the middle of my self-imposed video a day for Libra season. So far, I have made it. Y'all have been getting most of these videos late at night. Because that's just what it's been. That is the energy that I have been on, but I still made it. I still made it. I see here on the YouTube universe that people are doing Vlogtober. I did not know it was a thing. I knew that Vlogmas was a thing, but I didn't know Vlogtober was a thing. I've only been hardcore on my YouTube journey for the last 2 years, like year and a half, not even, about a year and a half. I've been really serious about it. So I'm still catching up with all the terms. Thank you for all of your support. I really love the way this channel is growing. I am going to continue to focus on growth, but also focus on getting my views up. You know what I'm saying? Because of the nature of the things that I speak about and because of anti-blackness and fat phobia, I completely recognize that YouTube does not advertise and put me out there like it does other creators. And this is an issue that a lot of Black, brown, indigenous, fat, and femme creators face. So every single share I appreciate. Every single time you comment on my videos, that helps push me up in the algorithm. Every single time that you just leave me good energy. You share it, you like it. Anytime you do all that, that helps me out a lot. And I appreciate you so deeply, okay? Once again, the Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. The PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Feel free to show your financial appreciation. Remember to pay Black, brown, and indigenous women and femmes for our financial labor, our emotional labor, our physical labor, our spiritual labor, our community labor, all of the labors, all right? And I love making content for you guys. I love doing this for you and with you. So thank you so deeply and so much for your support. I love you. Let's see. Let's read a couple of these comments. This comment says, Lenora said, talk about hitting the nail on the head. You kept saying something that I know needs to be done, and I have been procrastinating because I know it will be painful for me. Yes, baby. Just get it done. Just get it done. And I'm telling you, like, let me tell you, as your hood healer, as your hood high priestess, as your motivational dominatrix, I'm not better than you. None of your healers are better than you. I hate these healers who walk around like they are better than folks. Listen, we are gifted and we are blessed. I spend a lot of my time studying. I spend a lot of my energy in my life in pursuing the occult, in pursuing who I am as a healer, as a priestess, so that I can be the best for my community. I'm still very human. I'm still very much very human, and I am messed up just like y'all. All of your healers are. So that procrastination piece hit home tonight. There are every reading that I give always has a message and a jewel for me, but there are definitely some readings that I give that I'm like, the whole reading was for me. Did this even benefit anybody else? Spirit just had me talking to my damn self. So yeah, I know I've got something that And I want you to think of it like a birth. A lot of us, what we're experiencing right now, the pain that we are encountering with this transition that we're being asked to partake in, is the pain of birth. So remember that, like when a birthing person gives birth, there is a moment of pain. There's a few moments of pain, but then from all of that chaos and pain comes the harmony of new life. So think about it that way. The transition is hard. Yes, for some of us, there is some pain that will happen. But in the end, we will have a new life. We will have a new sense of self. We will have a new future and a new destiny. And that will make it worth it. It will make it worth it. Okay. Someone said, I needed to hear this about toxic blood family. The synchronicity is fierce tonight. Thank you for what you do. It is okay, baby. I'm so glad you tuned in. I'm so glad that the universe put us in intersection. I cannot really reiterate that enough. Sometimes you're going to have to walk away from your toxic family. Okay? That's it. There are some of us who have the luxury of who will walk away and we're able to come back. I have a friend of mine who had to ghost his family for a minute, but he's doing his work and he is able to take in his family at small doses. The nature of the abuse that I experienced and the nature of the toxicity in my family and where my mental health was at, I can't. I literally, due to my neurodivergency and due to just who I am and how I live my life, I cannot be in relationships and I cannot be in situations where people are not working on their healing. I absolutely cannot do it. I cannot do it. The nature of the thing where my mental health will take me in a bad space, I cannot do it. I cannot do it, which means going back into my family union is not an option. It's not. It's not an option. It's not an option. With the way people gaslight, with the way people abuse, nah. And like I said, that shapeshifter card, I contain multitudes. I will smack the holy mess out of an auntie, out of an uncle, out of a father if you disrespect me. I am built different. Do you hear me? So some of us do and can. Some people's family end up doing the work. Some of us can go back into those places with boundaries, and some of us cannot. But I'm here to tell you that walk away. If you are dealing with toxic family and they refuse to get better, walk away. And again, I cannot reiterate. I literally just put a video about how important chosen family is. It is important, important, important. I walked away from my family because they would not heal, but I recognized that I still needed family. Humans are pack animals. I still needed surrogate mothers. I needed these pseudo moms. I needed these moms. I needed, community moms and dads. I needed community elders and uncles and aunties. I needed community cousins and peers and family to help me because we're pack animals. And also individually, we don't really do that well on our own, So if you're walking away from your toxic family, don't forget that your own individual healing is important. Your own alone time is important, but creating a solid chosen family is equally as important and will help you navigate through this world. All right. So you all are so beautiful. Just in case no one has told you today, you are important. You matter here on this planet. You matter here. Someone said, I don't have the ability to walk away due to disability, but this is inspiration. I need to do real boundary work. Yes. And you know what? You reminded me of something. I want to apologize for the way that sometimes my language is ableist. I am working hard to be a good accomplice and ally to the disabled community. I'm also a part of the disabled community, especially in regards to neurodivergency. I'm not a physical. My disabilities aren't physical. But even with that, I have passing privilege. Like people don't necessarily read me as that. And I also know even with being neurodivergent and with the things that I struggle with, that my language is still ableist at times. I work really hard to take a lot of that out of my language. But Your comment just, I think of a couple of things that I said that I could probably, I could modify those things. So I apologize for my ableist language. But also, yes, even if you physically can't get away from your family due to disability or circumstances or whatever, boundary work is real. Protection work is real, okay? So do as much of that as you can. Do as much of that as you can. I also want to let you guys know that I do not tolerate disrespect. However, I can be checked, okay? I work to be a good ally and accomplice to communities that other marginalized communities I'm not a part of. I fully recognize that I work to be an accomplice and an ally. I am not able to name myself as an accomplice or ally to marginalized communities. They name themselves, they name me as an ally if I'm doing that work. So this is a lesson for any white people who are trying to be allies and accomplices to Black and Indigenous people. This is a message to any able-bodied people who are looking to be good allies to the disabled community. If you are a cisgendered heteronormative person looking to be an ally to the trans, the non-binary, the gender fluid community, know that you can always work to be that, but you can never name yourself that. The communities that you are working with they are the ones who name you as ally or accomplice, and that is on a moment-to-moment basis. If you were named as an ally before, that doesn't necessarily carry over 10 years now. You got to keep proving it, okay? So I am always able to be checked. Please bring my ableism or homophobia or transphobia or fat phobia to my attention. And this is another teaching moment. All white people are racist. All able-bodied people have able-bodied or are ableist. All cisgendered people are transphobic. These things are cornerstones of white supremacy. We are literally all indoctrinated to be fat-phobic, to be transphobic, to be misogynistic, to be sexist, to be anti-Black, to have misogynoir, to be anti-Black woman, to be anti-Indigenous, to be xenophobic. All of us are indoctrinated with these things. It does no good to distance yourself from these things. If you claim these things and understand where they come from, then you can always work to unravel these things and get better, okay? So all that to be said, I can always be checked. I can always be checked. Please don't be disrespectful, because I will get very disrespectful back. I will get very disrespectful back, and you will lose an opportunity to educate me. However, I recognize that I mess up, so I'm always going to be able to be checked, and that does nothing to my ego. My ego is never going to be hung up on the fact that I messed up and I needed to be corrected by someone. My ego is never going to get in the way of that, because I recognize that I messed up. All right. So this has been a good reading for me. Thank you to every single one who's shown love to the collection plate. Again, Cash App, LadySpeech, Venmo, LadySpeech Sankofa, PayPal, LadySpeech Sankofa at gmail.com. I'm so happy to get back to the full moon, new moon readings. You can expect that from your girl. You can expect that from your king. You can expect that from it. You can express that with me. I'm reading the comments too, so what I just said might have got crazy. Anyway, I don't know what I just said because I started checking into the comments. And my ADHD brain went all over the place, so. Enjoy doing these readings with you. I'm getting back to my regularly scheduled program and all that good stuff. I'm definitely going to continue my goal of making it my goal to post a video every day during Libra season. I recognize that some people are doing Vlogtober. I might keep it going all the way through October, or I might not. I'm not going to put that pressure on myself, but I'm definitely looking to accomplish my goal to post a video every day in Libra season. And I'm definitely going to do the damn thing in December for Vlogmas. So I love you so deeply. It's late at night. Y'all gotta go to bed, and so do I. So I'm gonna let you guys go. If you're feeling this, if you're feeling me, if you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notifications bell to keep up with all these shenanigans. And I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah. Peace. Bye.